With a slightly stretched body shape when compared to the hatch model, the Superb Estate promises to offer everything that makes the hatchback desirable, but with a bit of extra closet space. It even has the same wheelbase and rakish looks as the hatch, and in fact, I personally think it's the best looking Skoda ever made. So, as the Estate is expected to outsell the hatch when it comes to sales, it's crucial for Skoda to get this one right. So have they? Let's find out. The Superb gives you exactly what you'd expect from a Skoda, which is a very simplified layout but done in quite an upmarket way, with this touchscreen being the centre of attention. Thankfully, this comes with the option of a built-in sat-nav, unlike the likes of the new Fabia, which relies solely on mirrorlink, which we're not really a fan of. There's also ample adjustments in the driver's seat, always good for such a big car like this. But unfortunately, like many other Estates, rear visibility is a bit naff because of the chunky C-pillars and small rear window. One other little thing that annoyed me a bit was the very small glove box. Even base models though get some decent gadgets like the likes of DAB digital radio and Bluetooth, but most people will end up going for what's expected to be the best selling model, which is the SE, as this comes with dual zone climate control, adaptive cruise control and rear parking sensors. And what would a Skoda be without its simply clever features, and these scattered all around the car. There's even extra grip cup holders to allow you to open a bottle with just one hand. Stepping out, there's umbrellas hidden in the doors, just in case you get caught out in the rain. You might actually need it in a minute. Coming around to the boot, there's a foot activated opening called virtual pedal, which helps if you've got your hands full of shopping or luggage. There's a 48-hour rechargeable magnetic torch, just in case you break down, you need to change your wheel. And there's even Velcro luggage organisers. There's also a relatively low loading lip as well, and if those points weren't practical enough for you, then the Superb's boot is absolutely massive. It's 660 litres, and that's almost 200 litres bigger than the hatch model and 170 litres bigger than the VW Passat Estate. This space extends to just under 2,000 litres as well if you fold the seats down. So surely with this space, legroom in the rear must lose out. Well, I mean, the best way to describe space back here is chauffeur-like. There's absolutely loads of it, and headroom impresses as well. I've actually had passengers fighting over who wanted to sit in the back. Hopefully that wasn't just to avoid sitting next to me. Just like the last generation, there are plenty of engines to choose from in the Superb. There's even an entry-level 123 brake horsepower, 1.4 litre petrol. It's got a pretty decent punch to it as well. But let's be honest, most will go for a diesel. Now when it comes to the diesels, there are several 1.6 litre and 2 litre units to choose from. But if you go straight down the middle, for the 2 litre 148 brake horsepower unit, mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is supposed to be the best selling, then you'll pretty much get everything you'll ever need in an engine. Not only does this engine have plenty of pull on tap, which is great for overtaking, but it boasts CO2 from just 109 grams per kilometre and will realistically return around 55 miles per gallon. Now that is a fair bit off the claimed high 60s, but it's still pretty good. The Superb isn't exactly what you call fun to drive though, certainly not as entertaining as the Ford Mondeo or Mazda 6, but it makes up for this with its comfortable character, with a supple suspension and a well-insulated cabin that make long journeys a doddle. There's even an individual driving mode available, which allows you to choose your ideal settings when it comes to dynamics and comfort. But why not just go for the hatch model? Surely not everyone needs that much space in the boot. Well, the Estate is just £1,200 more than the hatchback model, so it's pretty tempting not to fork up a bit extra on the off chance you may suddenly become obsessed with buying IKEA furniture. The Superb Estate is also over £4,000 cheaper than the rivaling VW Passat. Okay, fine, I'll say it. It is superb, but I really do mean that. Skoda has absolutely nailed it with this one. And yes, it may not be as fun to drive as some of its rivals, but come on, who buys a Skoda Estate looking for thrills in driving dynamics? So would you go for the Superb, or would you rather go the German route with something like VW? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. To research your next car and find great deals, visit carkeys.co.uk. And to watch more reviews, click one of the links on the end of the video.